Hello guys, I'm going to show you how I mix my FlySky for my DLG. And this transmitter has limited capabilities, so it has two ailerons on different channels, rudder and elevator. Also has a thermal mode on the switch, activate, deactivate, and launch mode on this switch here, which moves the elevator 2 millimeters, one I think, up. It also has brakes here, which also works with ailerons. And as I said, thermal mode here. So let's see how you mix it. This is my receiver, a very cheap and lightweight receiver. It has 4 channels, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, which I've mounted my 4 servos. And because it didn't have a spare slot for the battery, I soldered it in the back of the receiver directly, cables, so I can plug and unplug. Okay, I have channel 1, my one aileron, channel 3 my other one, channel 2 is my elevator, and channel 4 is my rudder. Mix 1. I have one aileron on as master and the other one, which is on channel 3, as slave. Positive negative is minus 100, but if your ailerons work the opposite directions, you should try the positive 100, positive 100. Channel 2, mix 2, is exactly the opposite. I have as master channel 3, aileron on channel 3, and as slave aileron on channel 1. And here I have the opposite setup, plus 100, plus 100. And on mix 3. Mix 3 is my launch setup, which I've assigned to channel 5. So I have master channel 5 and slave channel 2, which is my elevator. So I've assigned channel 5 on a switch. So when I activate it, I have the elevator moving a couple of 1 millimeter up or 1.5, something like that. When the plane leaves my hand, I activate it, gains height, and then when it's at the right angle, I deactivate it and level my plane. It's only 3 mixes available on this transmitter. First 2 are for the ailerons, and the third is for the launch preset. Because of assigned my second aileron on channel 3, this is on the throttle stick. Channel 3 is on the throttle stick. So as you can see, this is how I set up my brakes. On throttle stick is my setup. The beginning it's more gentle, and then it goes up to full. So I can use it as a thermal mode also as I fly. So I can use it without my switch, just while I'm flying, or use it as brake when I'm landing, or when I make very tight turns on a extreme situation. And also, I have a throttle hold, which I've assigned to this switch, and acts like my thermal setup. I adjust the value depending on how much I want it to move up and down. So when I'm flying, I switch the throttle hold, which actually deactivates the throttle and puts both ailerons on a fixed position. I have a rudder and ailerons on the thermal mode, but I don't have flaps. If I deactivate the throttle hold, I got full movement of flaps, but also rudders together. So I don't have any dual rates or expo. I use 100% rate for the movement of ailerons and elevator and rudder with a 50% expo. On auxiliary channels, I only have channel 5 on switch A, and on switches assigned, fly mode B on switch B and idle mode on switch B, which is not being used at all. It's activated, but you shouldn't use it. And then on the throttle hold is on switch D, as I mentioned. So that's about it. Thank you very much. Bye.